Not for me, brother. Death. I like this beat like eggs. Come on, man. The spirit. You never seen it? I'm listening to I'm listening to old intros that I made because I'm trying to get ideas for new ones. You're talking crazy. Talking crazy talk. I love this shit. Nothing like me. Well, you sure can take a lot of punishment, sweetheart. Just like me. Fucking Samuel Jackson is great, dude. He's the best, isn't he? God damn it, he's the best. Hold on, let me pause this shit. I'll be learning you real soon. I'll be learning you. Fucking sicko. Uh, hold on. Stop it. Let me pause it before it gets into the next one. Oh, man. Alright, look. Samuel L. Jackson is the man, dude. I don't need to tell you that. You should already know that. Let me tell you why he's the man. If you didn't know why he's the man. Did you know that at one time in his life, Samuel L. Jackson was addicted to crack cocaine? Did you know that? I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, I could be completely wrong and this might be all bullshit. And by the way, I sound like I'm half dead because it's 8:58 in the AM. And this is the first function that I'm using my voice for, so forgive me, it's not warmed up. Alright? I'm coming out of the gate rusty. Bro. No rest for the wicked. I got more shit I gotta do. But I can't listen to myself talk right now, guys. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm gonna get into that in a minute, but I'm pretty sure when Sam got his first thing, he was on a set with Spike Lee. And Spike, I could be making this up. I heard this in an interview. I could be mixing up two stories, but I'm pretty sure the man said that he dude was like, bro, if you don't get your shit together, dude, like you have the potential to be great, but these things are gonna take you out. So you gotta make a choice. Do you want, or it might have been his wife that told him. I don't remember. He was on some movie set doing something, and somebody said to him, like, bro, you gotta make a choice. It's either the fucking vices or it's gonna be greatness. What do you wanna do? And he said, all right, I'll be great. The world needs me, I suppose, and I could use the money, right? So now you're like, well, dude, he's in a lot of movies where he drinks and stuff, dude. How does he do that? Was if you notice, he always only drinks things that would be dark liquors, like bourbon or not even bourbon's not dark enough. He would go like a scotch or something like that, like real dark liquor. And the reason why he does that is because he drinks apple juice. He has not had a drink, I think, in years. Again, I could be completely wrong. Pretty sure if this is the dude that I'm thinking of, that he said like his addictions are so bad that he knows that if he has one drink, he's off the wagon for good and his career goes down the toilet. But he struggles with it every day. I don't know why I felt the need to bring that up. I was just thinking about like how great that is. Not that he struggles every day to beat it, but that somebody that great wakes up with demons every day and fights them to be where he is, dude. That's amazing. And he's so great. He's so powerful, bro. Like he just I don't know what it is. I guess it's the voice, it's his energy, it's the whole thing. I've never seen him do a thing I don't like. I got to be honest with you. Everything that I've ever seen that man in, he's been great. One of, if not the top fucking actors ever to do it in life, in my opinion. Samuel L. Jackson is in there. Jack Nicholson is in there. Not because of Jack Nicholson. See, look, I hear you. I hear you already, and you're yelling at me in the back. There's somebody yelling. They have no range, man. They have no range. How are they great? What? Shut up. First of all, who the fuck are you? Secondly, yeah, they do. Just because you think somebody goes from 0 to 60 easy? As somebody who does it quite often when reading the wrong, interpreting the wrong message, interpreting the right message the wrong way, I can tell you it is a skill and a talent to go from 0 to 60 in fucking 2 seconds flat. So trust me, it's not easy to hold and maintain that rage. But once you've experienced it enough, see, I think maybe that's what makes actors so great. Is they figure out early on in their life what their emotions are, like what their strong ones are. Like, okay, for example, Samuel L. Jackson and Jack Nicholson are hardcore guys, right? Anger. You look at those dudes and you say, oh man, those guys will fuck me up. I don't care if you're 6'8" and you're fucking jacked, bro. I don't care. If Samuel L. Jackson or Jack Nicholson walks into that room, bro, you're gonna be like, I can't fuck with this dude. You second guess yourself. Why is that? Because they bring power with them. That's why, dude. They bring power with them because they know how to utilize those emotions. I'm making shit up, bro. I really do believe that, though. Maybe you figured out early on, like, I got this rage inside of me and an urge to just say motherfucker all the time. Dude, I gotta use that to my advantage. Which, by the way, thank you for that. Please, you know what? You don't have to like Tarantino or his weird baby teeth, but what you. That's to make me laugh. That's for no one else other than me. Because when I look at that dude, I get you ever watch some shit? You ever watch some behind the scenes shit in a movie that you like, and in Tarantino, you find out Tarantino is the one that made it. So let me tell you my story instead of interjecting you into it because it got nothing to do with you. I was watching Kill Bill or something like that, or Natural Born Killers. No. He hates that one. So that's why you know him for that. I was watching Kill Bill or something, dude, and he was doing an interview after the fact. And I was like, oh, so this is the guy. Like, I had never seen Tarantino before. And I'm looking at him, dude, and ugh, ugh, ugh. This is no wonder you're fucking brilliant, because you're goddamn ugly, dude. Jesus Christ. Bro, his baby teeth fuck me up, dude. They're like, and you with no teeth in the top of your mouth, bro, are gonna talk about somebody else's mouth? Yes, I am. Because if I didn't have a gag reflex, I would 100% have teeth right now. 1000%. And I'd be killing bitches on the block when I go outside. You're not ready. I'm joking. I don't believe in, like, I don't have a confidence like that. I wish that I did sometimes. No, I'm lying to you. Sometimes I do. When I come in here in a good mood or I feel goofy, dude, I feel like nobody can fuck with me. Nobody fucks with my level of what I'm putting out as far as authenticity is concerned. I know there's people that sound better. Although lately, come on now, I think I'm beating the pros. Let's not fucking kid ourselves here. Not this one. I mean, when I actually sit down and put the time in to edit the sound and quality of a fucking podcast episode, I think I rival CBS currently during this pandemic. That's what I think. I don't know if you agree. I don't know if you disagree. But it doesn't matter because that is the confidence that keeps me coming in here sometimes. Other times it's my mental state. and the fact that I feel like I just need to, I don't know. So I don't, look, the whole reason why I started this was because I know I didn't do a show yesterday. I did, but I didn't release it. I did, but I didn't release it. Just because, I didn't feel good about it, right? So I'm doing one now, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm going through changes right now in my life. And for some reason, I cannot. So I tried editing 4 different times yesterday, 4 different projects. I tried doing the Gojira album review that I did where I break down the entire album, but that is a fucking editing nightmare, and I don't want to do it because I know it's going to get copyright blocked, and it's not worth it for me to dump 3 days of my life into editing a video that's going to be condensed down to barely nothing that nobody will be able to watch because of copyright laws on YouTube, right? Then there's I can't sit and listen to my own voice, dude. I can't do it. I'm tired. So tired of listening to myself, man. I can't do it. I'm gonna apologize. I'm gonna apologize right now. The Wilfred episode is gonna be fucking horrible. It's gonna be terrible because I didn't. That was the last piece that I had to edit, and I phoned it in. I'm sorry, I phoned it in. I'm gonna be honest with you. I half-assed the editing. I half-assed it. Now, if you listen to it, you might say, well, it sounds like, a regular podcast, but if you go back and listen to anything else that I've ever edited, you could see that this thing doesn't it couldn't shine the shoes of other podcasts that I have edited. I'm burnt out, bro. I can't do it. I can't listen to myself anymore. I think I'm in a manic moment where all I want to do is record. I just want to record things. If I come in here and want to talk about something, I don't want to do the second part, which is sit down and listen to it over again and over again and over again and over again and make sure that I cut out every tiny fucking detail. For example, that little breath that you just heard a second ago, if I was editing this, since I'm not, because it's a live, not live technically, if I was editing this, that would be out. You would never know that was there. And a bunch of other shit, the background noise of the lawnmowers running right now, the AC kicking on and off. There's a lot of stuff that I cut out of this because I know it aggravates me as a avid listener of podcasts, and I can't stand it with smacking lips and all that shit. Is very annoying to me. However, it is also very time consuming to edit that shit out. And there's nothing more disappointing than having to sit through some shit that not only have you already heard, you already know what it is. Like, imagine, dude, it's a story, right? Except you know the entire story. You watch a dude. You know what? Let's just say your fucking neighbor. The neighbor that you grow up with, and let's say you live in a neighborhood your whole fucking life. Let's just pretend for the sake of argument. Don't argue with me. It's fucking early, alright? You live next to this person your whole life. You watch them live their life. You watch them grow as a person and evolve and whatever. Somehow, they become a big deal. They become famous. They write a book about their life, and they write a movie script gets made and is greenlit, and all of this stuff, and you've watched it all, and now your neighbor comes to you and says, bro, I got tickets to the premiere, do you want to go? And you're like, I mean, I know the whole story already, but I guess just for the experience, I'll do it. So you take the tickets, you get in the theater, you sit down in your chair, you got your stale popcorn and your flat soda, and then just as the feature presentation clicks on the screen, you sit and realize, I know all of this already. I was there when it happened. Why am I doing this to myself? there's nothing is going to be different. But then you have to say to yourself, well, see, now here's where the difficult part of this analogy comes in, because how am I going to save the second half? And I'll tell you how. Well, what if you're. I have no reason to see this, Bill, because I watched the entire thing get made. But if my friends watch it and there's something that they don't understand, if I have watched it, I can explain it to them because I have both sides of the story in my mind, right? That's what the editing is for me. I know what the story is because I sat here and I fucking told it in my own words, unfortunately. And now I have to sit through it so that other people will be able to enjoy it. Because I want you to be able to enjoy it. I don't want you to be aggravated by outside things. Like, there's noises. Like, dude, don't get me. Joey Diaz podcast is a great example of background noise that is permitted versus. I'm trying to think of somebody else. Somebody else that has shit going on in their podcast all the time. Joe Rogan. There you go. I pick him because he's huge and he don't listen to this. He won't care what I have to say. And whoever's going to hate me is going to hate me. Joey Diaz will be in the middle of recording talking to somebody, whoever. Could be Lee Syatt, who, arguably in LA circles is a regular Joe like us, or he could be talking to, say, Gabriel Iglesias, right? Big time comedian, whatever. A fucking cop car will go speeding past their office, and now for 10 minutes you're gonna hear that siren in the background. Oh well, that's life. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. 2 songs just popped in my head. The first one I think was Sinatra's That's Life. That's life. That's what all the people say, I think is the song. Something, I think, from Texas to San Jose. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I listened to Sinatra because he makes me sad. Because he makes me think about all the people that I know that are dead because of how old he was. And, they all listen to him. I love his music still. I know some people don't like him, but I get it. You see that? I get it. I understand. I heard the arguments. Well, he's just talking. He's not singing. But alright. Well, that's your opinion. One for My Baby. Is that the... Oh my god. I'll fucking cry right now. I'm not gonna play it, because I will. I will cry right now. Like a baby bitch, dude. I will cry right now. Like I'm threatening you. Don't make me cry right now. Frank Fago. Everybody sing. Come on now. Frank Sinatra. Send your mama straight up to the stove. Tell that bitch to bring home a Fago. I love that commercial. I'd like to thank the ICP for having the balls to go with their vision. But then I'd like to say fuck ICP for taking advantage of people who came up in the same position that you came up. Y'all were nerds, bro. You know. You don't have to try to take advantage of people, dude. I think we would have rolled with you either way if you would have just been honest. You're dirtbags, we're dirtbags, we get it. I can't co-sign 100% of everything that you ever said, and if you sat down and talked to me, dude, I could explain to you why people hated the Calm and the Tempest and everything that you put out outside of the Joker's cards have been garbage, but arguably you can go back and you can pick the Joker's cards apart for lyrical content and beat making skills, and everything sounds the same. And okay, I hear all of your arguments, but at the same time, are you providing any sort of comfort in exchange for that? I don't think you are. So it leaves us to just kind of blindly follow two dudes who really don't know shit about shit either, which is why they ask in their songs how the fuck do magnets work. And to be completely honest with you, I'm not a scientist. I don't know, and I don't care. And I appreciate the honesty in why you would ask how magnets fucking work. But at the same time, you can't in your mind you could not have thought that there's no way that that wasn't going to be what you were known for the rest of your fucking life. I mean, for Christ's sakes, dude, take a look at you, right? And not for nothing, I want to keep and I want to cover the fucking Hatchet Man tattoo that I have. Doug brought up a good point, which is that that was a part of my life. It was a chapter of my life, and regardless of what the FBI says, if they want to classify it as a gang, whatever. I know I'm not a gang member. At one point in my life, I wish that I was. I wanted to be a Crip because I had problems with Bloods, but that's a different story for another day. But I realized quickly that shit is dumb, and really what I was looking for in my life was fucking something I didn't have, which was a stable family, or a stability. And you motherfuckers can say whatever you want, but you can't just throw money at something and raise it. Doesn't work that way, man. I'm not turning this into a therapy session. I'm just saying. When I bring this up, motherfuckers get offended. Like, what do you mean? I did everything that I was supposed to do. No, you didn't, man. No, you didn't. You can't just throw money at something and think that's gonna fucking fix it. There's a lot of things that a 5-minute conversation could have really changed, dude, but I don't think you understand the power and value of your fucking words. Man. I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from, but, I mean, it doesn't make it any less true. Man. Oh, the sadness. Just looking at the thumbnail. Oh, my heart is breaking. Can you hear it? I gotta play a little bit of it. I'm not gonna listen to the song, I just wanna hear the beginning piano, dude. I almost want to play it for you. Oh shit. I'm using the wrong phone. So it looks like you'll be able to hear it anyway. Oh, by the way, I don't know what's going on with YouTube ads, bro. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Dirty glass at the bar. Stop it. Stop it. Dude. Dirty. You tell me. You load this up right now. You go load this up right now. I'm gonna put it onto my fucking headphones and we're gonna work through this, goddammit. No, we're not. I'm not gonna listen to it. But you tell me you put that song on and you don't tell me you think about a dirty glass. Not in the sense like it's filthy, but like it's got miles on it. You could tell it's been, washed and rinsed out a million times, and you're in a bar. What I picture is not a bar out, somewhere out in public, like a one out in the middle of nowhere, some dive bar nobody really knows about, where the same 5 people have been going there every day since 9 in the morning. You know what I mean? One of those fucking joints, real small. When you walk in, you can still smell beer and fucking old cigarettes from when it was legal that you could smoke inside. I hate the smell of cigarettes, dude, but I gotta be honest with you. The smell from a bar, that's had like 50 years of cigarette smoking and beer spills and all that shit. When you walk into a place like that, dude, I just get slapped right back to my fucking childhood. That is as gross as it sounds. Like, I really would. There are some times where I wish I had a candle that smelled like that. Not because it smells good, just because it brings me back to a simpler time in my life. As horrific as that probably sounds, I'm sure there are people, maybe, there's somebody older who's listening to this that could be, an age that maybe my fucking parents are. That feels weird to say that out loud, as if I don't have any. You know what I mean? This is a separate thing, whatever. But, you know, I know going into those places when I was young, hated it, but it was always, there's a comfort in that smell for me, dude. If you go to the Elks Club right now, which is, old, trashy shit, bro. If one of your parents was an alcoholic when you were a kid, I'm pretty sure that was what the Elks Club is about. I have no proof. Can't prove it. Just saying. And what the fuck was I talking about? With the Sinatra song in the old part, man. Just picture it. Sicily. No, I'm just kidding. But picture it though, like, old spot. What is old? Everything is old. I have a vintage bar in my mind. Like, these places don't really exist anymore. They do. I'm sure one of you probably frequents one still. They're not around, and you can't ask a regular jerk off the street. You gotta find somebody with some mileage on them. I'm talking about a dead baby, a divorce. Your wife was the mailman and the FedEx guy at the same time, and then it's taking you down for alimony. You gotta pay for that house while you sleep on a futon in a fucking studio apartment because that's all you can afford. Those type of motherfuckers. Or the woman who, because people forget about women. I feel like in that aspect where you talk about bad relationships, because there's so many stories of gold diggers and just horrible women in general, that I think women get overlooked for the simple fact, like, there's a lot of older ladies that get conned by younger people, or even guys that are around their age bracket, looking to fuck them for their money. Literally. Fuck them and then rob the checkbook, and they're in the wind, bro. Those women, too. All those people. Those are the types of people that know where this fucking spot is at. And I'm not saying it's always a great place. Sometimes it's a horror show, I'm sure. But in my mind, there's almost a morbid comfort to it. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it well. But, hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, dude, that song, that was my grandmother's song. That was Jen's grandmother's song. And that's the truth. I'm not making up shit to tell you a lie. That was their favorite song. Like, when they both had their heart broken too, though. So I think maybe that's why. In different ways, but I can't listen to that song now without thinking about them. I mean, honestly, it does make me cry. And ironically, that is one of my favorite songs as well. Like, I think Joey Diaz had Tony Bennett, right? Forget the song. I want to be around to pick up the pieces when somebody breaks your heart. You know that one? Somebody twice as smart as I. I don't know the name of the song, and I only heard it from Coco's podcast, but my point is, my version of that song would be this one. Sinatra's song. When this is all over, I think that would probably be the one that I go out on. I could picture it in my mind. the last episode. It's hacky now because probably so many people have done it, but it's depressing to think about when it's all over. You know, and when you do it backwards, to let you guys in on the process, like when I close the curtains in here, the fucking chair gets pushed in, the mic gets turned off, the light goes out, and the last thing you see in the last video that's ever uploaded is just the door closing, and then it's just faded into blackness, laughing at birds. Finn. Depressing. But there's something beautiful to it, too. So much energy that's in this room. I hope that, I don't know. It's a weird morning, I guess. These are thoughts that float around in my mind that I don't really share. So, you guys, I guess this is what goes on in here, you know? Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, I remember. I wonder if. I know some people say sometimes you can walk into a place and you can feel an energy that was there if somebody was murdered in a house or whatever. I kind of wonder if that's what it's like also when you're alive if you leave a place. Like when we leave here, I don't know when that's gonna be. Hopefully I'll be alive for it. But, and I'm not trying to be morbid, that's just being honest. We're honest. That's what it is. You know. I wonder if all the energy that I've brought into this room, the the laughter and the anger, I mean everything, dude. I've experienced it all. I mean I've thought about, I've honestly thought a lot about the amount of shit that I've put on my YouTube channel, on the podcast platform, and I feel like is all very raw, and I'm not particularly proud of all of it. More so, anything to the extreme of an emotion, be it anger or sadness, like even if I watch something and I had a reaction to it, which is genuine, like for example, the Joyner Lucas Forever video. When I watched that video, that was a legit like that shit breaks my heart, dude, because I was seeing it. I lived it. I was there. I watched these fucking animals protest, people who are making arguably the most difficult decision in their fucking life. Doesn't matter what the reason is. We can argue merits later. That's not the point. The point is that the people that are doing this don't even stop to consider how hard a decision that is. And I watch this and I see it portrayed in a music video and I think to myself, what a terrible world. No, honestly, yes, I do think that, but no. Really, what I think is the saddest part of this whole thing is that this has happened so often that it's been portrayed in a music video by a man I've never met before in my life who has grown up in a completely different place in the world than me, and somehow we both seen this a powerful thing, and he put it into a music video and made it look real, gave me flashbacks, and I wasn't even the one getting the procedure done. I can't even imagine what she must have been thinking and feeling. I mean, meanwhile, I'm fucking practically fist fighting these fucking Bible thumpers outside of this joint. Fucking scumbags. Dude, look, I don't care what your opinions are. Honest to God, if you're listening to this right now, here's what I want you to know. I don't care if we agree or disagree on issues, but there's just things that you don't do, man. There's just things that you don't do. And that's one of them. Don't make it more difficult. You're not helping. I know you think that maybe you're helping a decision and making it known how serious of a thing this is, but I gotta tell you, that's not the way to do it. You would go much further by trying to actually have a conversation instead of screaming in somebody's face about how, you know, your God only wants, whatever. Meanwhile, I hope you know that really who helped you made that sign was that was the devil, man. Not to get all preachy on you, but I don't think God is anywhere present in the hearts of any of those people or those signs. Because there's nothing humane about hatred like that. It doesn't matter what it's for. It doesn't matter what it's for. Even for killing pedophiles. I'm sorry. That's wrong. They are horrible, disgusting people. And we need to fix them. But it is wrong to just say we should just kill them all. And it's a slippery slope to go down. I know you don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. It is, in my opinion, which doesn't matter for a whole lot. And I probably just ruined your entire day by bringing that up right now. I didn't mean to upset you. Just, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing. How am I supposed to, we finally get some merch together, and then I talk about shit that is so polarizing that anybody would hear it and go, regardless of whatever side they're on, like, oh, fuck this is bullshit, I'm not buying that, I'm not supporting that, whatever. But you know what, dude, I have to do it. I had to do it because sooner or later I'm bound to say something that's gonna fucking upset and offend somebody. It is what it is. It doesn't matter. I came a long way from talking about Samuel L. Jackson apparently in the beginning of this, but he is very good. And I think there's a lot of people that don't. All right, I'm gonna close out on this. I think there's a lot of people that don't get the chance that they deserve to act because their facial expressions have not caught up to what their voice can do. Hear me out. Part of what makes an actor great is the matching facial expressions to go along with the tone of whatever emotion they're supposed to be portraying at the time. Right? Right. Who is a good example of this? Jim Carrey is a great example of this. This is the type of dude that is very. You can see it. His comedy is very physical, right? Well, I mean, sometimes there are actors in B-rated movies or whatever that I've seen that when I take audio from something, even good actors sometimes don't. I don't know. I don't know how to explain what I'm saying. What I mean is, okay. Here's an example. Hugh Laurie, who played House, was in a show called Chance that I brought up before. in a scene with Ethan Suplee, whatever his name is, dude from My Name Is Earl, uh, you know, there was a scene going back and forth where House had to act like, he was shocked and horrified, right? On physically watching it, facial expressions, all that shit, perfect. I cut a clip of it to use it for an intro. Listen back to it. The audio does not match the visual which he provided. And I also found that out from a B-rated horror film that I took something from an actress who, when we were watching it, Jen was like, man, she fucking sucks. And then I went back and listened to the audio, and she nailed the audio, but her facial expressions and shit wasn't there yet. So, I mean, it probably doesn't make any sense to anybody that. I'll have to give you an example at another time, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. For now, look, I've done 40 minutes. I apologize. I didn't put up a show yesterday. I have one. Maybe I will post it later. But there's going to be times during the week. Well, this is the whole reason why I started this fucking thing. So let me just say this quickly. And then I'll get the fuck out of your hair. I don't know how long this is going to last for. But right now, I have a very strong feeling like I can't sit down and edit things. So the next few episodes of the podcast might not have any drops in them, and they might not even be edited. But I'm still gonna give you content. I just need to switch the way that I do things. So I know a year and a half on the end of selling merch. Just when we got some stuff cut up and ready to go, now I'm going through this. But I figure it's better off to just tell you the truth of what's going on instead of forcing myself to do something I don't want to do, which is going to ultimately make me want to quit doing it altogether. And I don't want to do that because I love doing this. I need some time to reset. Because even though I did take time off and I wasn't recording necessarily podcast episodes, as you can see, I've put out a lot of shit still. So I don't want to listen to my own voice for a while. Maybe I only need a week, maybe it might be a month, I don't know. Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be. And I don't say that because I'm trying to be douchey. I honestly don't know, so I don't want to put a timetable on it. So if you enjoy the drops and the clean cut shit, I'm sorry. I will make sure that the audio quality at least stays the same. But that's it. I gotta go. I gotta pee. And, whatever. So, look, we'll get more into this later. I just don't want to talk anymore and drag this out even further than it already is. Because I'm going to have to explain this and put it out on one of the weekly podcast episodes to make sure that everybody hears it. Live Not Live, I think 25.